Coach Warren Gatland and Captain Alun Wyn Jones. Same rules apply. If you can raise your hand, please, if you have a question. And please wait for my signal because we have translation as well taking place. We'll start the press conference with the thoughts of Alun about the match.
We said in the week that we felt we'd been held in the blocks because of the prep that we've had out in Japan. And I think we came out of the blocks in that first half with the intent and replication of the training week that we've had. And we're very positive. Probably slightly disappointed in the second half with regards to taking our foot off the gas, particularly in the 22. But you know, the pleasing points for us from the game itself, set piece, scrum and line-up functioned well. It's just, like I say, letting those opportunities go in the second half.
Thank you very much. We'll now open the floor for questions. We'll start here in the front.
Warren, after a tricky week off the field, sorry. Did you need that?
Yeah, absolutely. We've been watching the games for the last few days, and I think the guys were itching to get out on the pitch tonight, and pleased with that first half performance. I thought we were pretty clinical, and we probably let, as Alun Wyn said, we probably let things slip a little bit in the second half. But that probably didn't help with probably losing some continuity by making the changes with the subs and bringing them off, but trying to think about keeping players as fresh as we possibly can with the 6-day turnaround.
Okay, we'll just come here for the next question, and then we'll have one over here. Just waiting for the translation.
Warren, given that...
Sorry, just... Thank you.
Warren, given that you lost Rob and Stevens had to come in, it's not been ideal circumstances. With that in mind, how pleased were you to score some nice tries off first face and in attack generally?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean... Sorry.
Just waiting for the translation.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, Stevens just come in and, I mean, those are players that we've got in our playbook, so we'd already had a plan in place. It was pleasing that we executed a number of set-piece opportunities. No disrespect to Georgia. I mean, we would like to think that we were good enough to score on a number of occasions, and we were pretty clinical in that first half. We missed a few opportunities in the second half, but yeah, it was a good start. And in fairness to Stephen, he's fitted in well. He's up to speed with the calls and a lot of the structures that we got, and now his focus is helping to prepare the team for Australia.
Come down here next, and then we'll be coming over there next. Thank you.
Warren, Dan Bigger was in the wars a bit tonight, took a bump in the warm-up, and then after the first try as well. Is he okay?
He is fine, yeah. We thought he's caught James Davis's head in the warm-up and just a little split under the chin. Yeah, he was fine. They stopped the bleeding on that. Just a bit of a nick. I thought he had a good performance. A bit disappointed with him missing the first conversion. He said to me afterwards he thought he was going to get a bollocking at half time. So, but apart from that, I thought he was very solid at 10.
The next question is here, and then.
Warren, what's the latest with your injuries, Ken Owens?
Ken Owens?
Yeah,
no, I've just been through the injuries with the physio now. We've got a few guys that are a bit sore and battered, as you'd expect after an international, but nothing of a major concern. Hadley Parks has got probably a little bit of a bone fracture in his hand, but they think he'll be okay having to pad that up. It shouldn't be an issue for him for non-selection for next week. Yeah, just guys are a bit battered and sore, as you'd expect from a tough physical team like Georgia.
Yep, just one. Thank you.
Warren, just on that, further on injuries, Cory Hill, is he out the World Cup?
Possibly.
Next question we have behind, and then if you could...
Warren, assuming that you've watched the Australia-Fiji game, what did you learn from that, obviously ahead of a big clash on Sunday? And do you have a view on the Rhys Hodge tackle, which has come under a bit of scrutiny in the last few days?
I thought Australia were, soaked up a lot of pressure. Particularly, I thought Fiji came flying out of the blocks. They were very impressive in that first half, and then I thought Australia managed the game exceptionally well, particularly in the tight with the scrum and the driven line out, and Fiji looked like they were starting to tire. So it was a performance that. They soaked up a lot of the initial pressure, and they just showed their experience and how good they are to come away in the second half. The Rhys Hodge tackle, it looks like he's made contact there to me. So, but that's not my decision. That's the judiciary needs to make a call on that.
So we'll come over this side now. Yes, in the front. Thank you.
じゃあウォーレンさんにラグビーライターの吉田ですけども、ウェールズの試合見るとすごいこうパスがね洗練されてて、こう日本の子供には特に前半のトライみんなパスをする方も受ける方も素晴らしいと思うんですけど、なんでこうウェールズはこんなにパスについては洗練されてるんですか
？It's just something that we work on continually at training. I mean, the greatest thing about World Cups is that you have that preparation and time with them for 2 or 3 months leading into the World Cup. So every day we'd be doing a lot of handling skills with not just the backs but the forwards as well, and talking about just simple drills like getting your hands up early, catching the ball early, staying square, putting the ball through your hands. So we're very lucky that we have a number of very skillful players, but it's definitely something that's continually worked on at training.
The next question is here.
Warren, I know your players have done extraordinary things in the past, but how difficult has it been in the last couple of weeks to get that performance from them, considering just just how strange it's been, what happened?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like when you lose a key player, and we've lost a couple of key players before we came on tour with Gareth Anscombe and Toby Faletau. And you've just got to draw a line in the sand, and you've got to move on. We can't change the past and what's happened. You've just got to start thinking and looking forward. And in fairness, I said to the players beforehand, I thought they've been absolutely outstanding this week in terms of the way that they've prepared for this match, the way that they've trained, the way that senior players have stepped up and taken responsibility. We've had a good week's training, and I think everyone was really looking forward to getting out on the pitch tonight.
So the next question is here in the fourth row, and then right next door. On your left is the microphone.
フリーランスの向井と言います。お二方にそれぞれ伺います。ヘッドコーチに優勝するに向かってどういうことを改善していきたいかということを伺いたいです。キャプテンについてこれだけキャリアがありながら、いつ代表を外されてもおかしくないという思いを持っているということを、いろんな記事で読んだんですけれども、なぜそういう思いを持って、プレーし続けられるのかといったところをお願いいたします。
I think any team that's going to progress out of the pool stages needs to develop a game and continue to grow. I think you look at a lot of the games that have gone before us. Teams have had a time before the last game to prep to get out the blocks like we have today. So I think we'll, continual improvement's key, and that's what we need. With regards to selection, I'm very conscious of the job I do and representing my country. That's why I never take it for granted.
So we have a question here in the third row, in the front, and yep, just here.
Warren, I know you've said the players reacted brilliantly to Rob not being around. Just wondered how different it felt for you pre-match today, not looking to one side or the other. He's not there. How did it feel for you?
Yeah, no, it was definitely strange in terms of that, but you've just got to give Stephen as much support as we possibly could, and he fitted in seamlessly in that box today, and he's been doing a good job. So yeah, it's it was a little bit strange, but like I said before, you've got to think forward and move forward.
So we're here, and then just two more questions on the side.
Warren, just with Cory Hill, and what's the situation? Is he not perhaps recovering as fast as you might have liked, and what's the plan if he doesn't return to fitness?
if he doesn't return to fitness, he'll go back to the UK. So we're going to assess him tomorrow and just see how much progress he's made and just see what that injury is like. And like I said, if it's not good news, he'll go back. And if they think they can get him to recover, then he'll stay out. So just going to assess that overnight.
Okay, one more question there, and then you've got the last one.
日本テレビの安村と言います。ヘッドコーチに伺いたいんですが、前半サインプレーでトライを取って後半は少しサインプレーを出さないように隠しているようにも見えたんですけれども、オーストラリアあるいは決勝トーナメントに向けて、取っておいたという部分があるでしょうか。またキャプテンにはこのグラウンドで試合をしていてファンの方々の声援だったりそういったものはどう感じたでしょうか。
I don't really think we tried to hide any moves in the second half. Probably we spoke at half time about being smart. What was quite difficult in that second half is that the ball got slippery and there was a bit of moisture, so the handling for both teams was quite tough. But the first half I thought we were excellent, and our ball retention without too many turnovers, and probably what hurt Georgia was the amount of turnovers that they had in that first half, and allowed us the opportunities to get into the half and to take those scoring chances. So we've got a few things up our sleeve that we haven't shown yet that we'll hopefully be ready for next week, and that'll be important for having a good training week preparing for Australia. It's a little bit tough with just a 6-day turnaround. I know, and all teams have got to face some period in this competition with a short turnaround period, and so we've got to make sure we recover well over the next couple of days, and then start really planning and looking forward to what's going to be a tough fixture against Australia.
And last question, please.
Warren, it's a massive game on Sunday. How much more to come is there from this Wales team, and how much confidence do you take from the victory over them last time?
Yeah, I think we can take a lot of confidence from that. They're a tough side. I think always in this teams at the top of international rugby, you can have a really good performance, and we saw Australia play exceptionally well against the All Blacks in Perth, and then we're well beaten the next week, and it's the way the modern game goes. So we've won in the autumn last year in a tight contest. We've had some really tight games over the years against Australia. So look, we've got to go into the game with a lot of confidence, and we know as a team that we tend to get better as tournaments go on, and we build on confidence, and so pleasing with the start today, but there is a lot of room for us to improve for next week, and a few things to tidy up on, with the breakdown and a few things. So and that'll be our focus for this week.
Thank you very much, Warren. Thank you, Alun Wyn. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.